Welcome to Stories, Fables, and Ghostly Tales, where you can get your weekly fix of Let's Not Meet episodes. This is episode 5 of the Let's Not Meet stories. The title of this story is Why I Hate Wearing Name Tags by Lady Gallifrey. I work in retail, and I have a very unique name. This happened a few years ago when I first started. I work at a 24-hour convenience store, and at this point I was working the graveyard shift. I'm used to all types of unsavory folk, but there was this one guy who left me particularly unsettled. It was about 3 a.m, and unfortunately I was working alone because my co-worker decided to call out last minute. The store was dead, and I was packing out a delivery when he walked in. He was a short, stocky black guy, a little older than me, probably late 20s, early 30s. I looked up from the task at hand and greeted him with a friendly smile, and asked him if he needed help with anything. He grinned and looked me up and down, his brown eyes darkening with lust. "Yes, do you sell condoms?" I nodded, and pointed him to the health and beauty section, and proceeded to make my way to the register to cash him out. He browses for a little, and typically he picked up a box of Magnums, and those herbal sexual supplement pills. "So how are you tonight?" he inquired. I told him I was fine, working hard and anxious to go home. His eyes travelled up and down my body, his eyes settling on my name tag, which is pinned just beneath my left breast. I felt a little uncomfortable. I'd never been uncomfortable with people staring at me, and his eyes lingered longer than necessary. He asked how to pronounce my name. I tell him. He says it's nice, politely. I say thank you and begin to scan and bag his items, trying to avoid any eye contact. He asks, do I have a boyfriend? Truthfully, I say yes. He comments, then he must be a lucky man, and he wishes he could be in his shoes. Again, I smile uncomfortably, as we're supposed to do, as if he needs anything else. "Not unless I can have you." Now I'm getting annoyed. I ignore his comment and proceed to tell him his total. He swipes his card. I complete the transaction and tell him to have a good night. He thanks me and then asks if I'm working by myself. No, my co-worker is downstairs doing some paperwork. I lied. Now he grins. No, he isn't. I've been watching you since 12. I haven't seen another person here in all this time. Are you afraid? I frowned. You've been watching me? That's not creepy at all. I tell him he needs to leave if his shopping is done. I have work to complete, and once again he laughs at me. I thought he was going to argue, but a group of drunken guys walk in and he leaves. Later that night, I check my Facebook and see if I have any friends requests. Guess who it's from? Again, I have a unique name. Only 2 people on Facebook have it. I block and delete the friend request. Next morning, as I'm going to the substation, the wanted poster on the token booth catches my eye. The face is familiar. It was the creep from my store, wanted for sexual assault and battery on East 96th Street. This happened more than a month ago. I hurriedly told my manager, who called the police and gave him my tip. Wow. Lady Gallifrey, either you narrowly escaped, or that was one lucky night. Thanks for the story. More to come. You've been listening to Stories, Fables, and Ghostly Tales. Check in weekly. We have basically a new story every week, and we're going to try and get back into the cycle of things. So please join us. And until next time.